Listen, I want to get a word with Professor Curran here for a wee second or two. How hard is it to work from home? That's the query that a listener was in touch about yesterday to the team after our discussion about jobs. Here we were listening back 10 years ago, Jenny Witt's report back then about the joblessness situation. This is just a local chap who needs to care for a relative, but he would like the opportunity to work but can't do it from home. Is it possible? As I say, Ulster University Professor Kevin Curran joins us with his thoughts on this one. Kevin, what do you think? I mean, obviously these days technology allows more and more people to not leave the house to do their day's work.
Exactly. There's a whole what we call gig economy where people can submit what their skills are and then get paid by the hour, or people will select their jobs from many sites. And of course, you don't, even working-wise, there's all these sites now like Airbnb and Couch Potato where you can rent out your home. You can also do Park and Panda where you use your front drive as parking and people pay for a tool locker. If you have a lot of tools, you can rent out your tools and you put them on a website and people come along and rent them. And Closet Collective as well. You know, you can rent out your clothes to people. So you have all that type of work. But of course, there is many ones now where you can, yes, of course, if you're a computer programmer, you can earn a lot of money from never leaving your house ever. But there's a big job in what we call the gig economy at the moment is in social media evaluator really, where you go through a website and the social feeds of a website, or LinkedIn, or Facebook, or Instagram, and you really do write reports on how well their last post did, how many people viewed it, how many people retweeted it, and it's a little bit tedious, but you can do a lot without actually having, really formal qualifications by just working from your home and then posting your skills on these sites. And all you really need is a computer. Yes, high-speed internet would help, and just be, quite good at writing English, really.
Listen, MPA Recruitment, we got in touch with them and they've been very, very helpful. Kevin, I'll whiz through a couple of theirs. Just give us a wee thought on each of them. A virtual assistant. They provide administrative, technical or creative services for healthcare, legal, government and finance businesses, among others.
That's a common one, really, where a lot of companies, obviously, when you're calling a lot of call centres now, you're not calling a large call centre. You're speaking to a lot of people and they're actually in their home, but they're working for the third party who are providing support for whatever service you rang up about.
Yeah.
So that's a common one where where call centre staff are actually based in their own home providing, support.
Translator, interpreter, people with fluency in more than one language can find job opportunities in the public and private. Spoken language, sign language translators work with written or audio documents. A medical transcriptionist. The work involves listening to and typing up diction from doctors. Sounds easy, but mumbled words and doctors who eat, drink, chew gum or talk to other people can turn a straightforward task into a challenge, Kevin.
Very much. Language tasks are very common on these sites where people working at home, and also nowadays as well, that virtual assistants. But also, there's a company called Aptin who have 500,000 people are employed around the world, and a lot of what they do is literally where people are given recordings of things that people have said to home assistants or to computer to search engines, and they're literally transcribing what they are and putting into real English and giving interpretations. And a lot of jobs nowadays are really interpreting voice and trying to support, because a lot of the time when we're dealing with apps and we think, oh, that's so intelligent what we typed or what we said, but actually there's a human sometimes behind it actually replying and doing it. And a lot of companies will never tell you that, but a lot of responses from a lot of apps, literally it's a human who's replied to you, even in real time. Tech
support specialists, all sorts of call centres as well, let you do it from home. Hiring independent contractors to take calls from home is a huge and growing industry. Teacher and tutoring in the house, social media manager, childcare, graphic designer, short-term rental host, as you say, Kevin, a website tester. Sites like user testing pay people to test websites and mobile apps, then share their feedback.
Yeah, there's sites like Flex Jobs is very important, and people per hour. I would recommend to anyone to go onto these sites and just register the skills and literally post what they can do, because people will come along and they will post their jobs and then they will pick maybe you. And of course, as the more jobs you do, the higher up your rank goes and the more you get your feedback. And, and there's a lot of people sitting at home right now who speak a certain number of languages and they're a native English speaker, and they could be missing out on, on money earning, for these sites just for the fact of register with them. And again, there's different feedback in a lot of them, but actually if you just put the time in and put yourself onto these sites and list your skills, you can make a nice earning from your living room.
There you go. Kevin, if you had to work from home, which one would you pick?
Well, for me, it'd be cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity, yeah. Protecting businesses and stuff.
There is, I mean, I've got colleagues in pen testing is where you probe company websites to look for flaws. It's called penetration testing.
Yeah.
That's what I teach and what I do. And I know many colleagues who actually make a very nice part-time living from doing it in their spare time.
There you go. Kevin, always good to talk. Professor Kevin Curran there of the Ulster University, and his thoughts. It was just a listener asked us to look into it, and we're very happy to do that, folks. That's why we are here and guide our thinking. Indeed, if there's something we should be up to and we're not, just pick up the phone or drop us a wee message in any of the various ways. 0300 123 1001.